the start of 2021, my wife and I decided we'd had enough of the city life and we wanted to move to the country. So within 2 months we'd sold our house and we had made the move about 3.5 hours away from Melbourne, which is where we were living, in the inner eastern suburbs. This channel is designed for those of you who are possibly considering doing the same thing, where I'm going to discuss the good, the bad, the challenges, and overall if it's had a positive change to our lifestyle, which I can tell you it most certainly has. Hi, my name's Sam and welcome to Pointer's Rest. Yep, she's working. So you've just bought your first property out in the country, you're leaving the city behind, or maybe you've just moved to the country and you're thinking, well, what now? I've got all this land, there's things that need to be done, I don't have the skills to do them, I don't know what to do. And that is probably a little bit of a situation where I found myself. Hence I decided to start this channel, start making videos and sharing my experiences with all of you. There's things that I've learnt and taught myself along the way. There's other things where I've had to ask for assistance from local people. And that's just part and parcel with learning how to run a property out in the country. So you have all this extra space. So in my situation, we have 20 acres here on our little farm, as opposed to 650 square metre block we had when we were living in Melbourne. So as you can imagine, there's a lot more maintenance that needs to be done. Things can and do go wrong. But in saying that, it is still a great lifestyle choice, and we couldn't be happier with the decision we've made. And in saying that, Melbourne has just gone into its 6th coronavirus lockdown, which just reinforces why we had to get out of the city and why we love living out in the country. So what I'll be doing in this channel is I'll be showing you some of the maintenance things I've already done. I'll be showing you how you can fix things as problems arise, and I'll also be showing you how to use certain pieces of equipment such as the tractor behind me and other things that you will need to run a large property. Now, we are not a working farm, this is a hobby farm, so I'm not a real farmer, I don't pretend to be. So all the real farmers out there who may watch this channel, I tip my hat to you, but I'm not a real farmer. This is very much a hobby farm. I'm just some guy who's moved out here for a better life, basically. But you shouldn't be afraid to get your hands dirty, because they will get dirty. When you're living further away from resources, you need to be able to roll up your sleeves and have a go at fixing things yourself. You don't need to have any great skills. You don't need to be a qualified tradesperson to do most things around your property. I'm not a qualified tradesperson. I do have a little bit of experience in doing handyman work and property services type work, but since I've been up here, I've done things for the very first time. I'm learning as I go along, I'm teaching myself, and I'm asking other people with experience for their advice. And the beauty about the country is it doesn't take long to meet people, and to meet people with the right skills who can help you, and they're more than willing to help you, I find. Much more so than in the city, where everyone's probably busy and don't really have the time to sit around and have a chat and teach you things. Here, different story. Every time somebody turns up to the property, might be somebody delivering my wood or delivering gas bottles, they'll have a chat and you can bounce ideas off them, and they're always happy to help. And to be honest, that's where I've learned a lot of my tips and tricks in keeping this property maintained. So I guess the purpose of the channel is to show you my journey so far and what I have planned for the future in terms of changing things on the property. Whilst I'm doing so, I will be doing some product reviews. I can teach you how to use certain tools and pieces of equipment and use them safely, unlike in the intro where I'm just being an idiot and goofing off. And hopefully I can teach you some things, and maybe you may even have a better idea of how to do them. And by all means, you can leave those suggestions in the comment section. So I'll leave that there as my introduction to Pointers Rest. Hopefully you'll join me again for another installment, which will be coming very soon. I'll show you what I've been up to the last few days. In the meantime, I leave you with this great tip, especially for all the men out there. Thank you. See ya. Pro tip: if you tell your missus that you really love mowing the lawns and it's one of those duties that's not a chore, you love it, she'll be suspicious and she'll wonder why, and then she'll volunteer to do the mowing.